let's move on to, somebody mentioned it earlier, some very good RH posts every single day. I want to tackle kind of the most important ones first. So first, if you want to go and see Ewok, because I sent you not only his post about the type of vans apparently that'll be like, transporting these, whatever they are, Kindles or Amazon Fire Sticks or whatever these things are that are being delivered in the US for PulseChain marketing. But he had tweeted about that. And then we actually saw this account, which I thought was interesting. I saw Wild SJ reposted this from RS Griffin. I don't know who this person and or entity is really. Maybe you can help fill me in. You're kind of the logistics guy.
They are the other PulseChain Foundation people, right? So I do believe they've changed it now because they didn't even want to deal with the other person who was arguing who was first and who was the better PulseChain Foundation. They switched it to the RS Griffin Foundation, but it is the same person that originally set up the PulseChain Foundation that was actually doing work. So,
okay.
Anyway, that's who it is.
All right, cool. Well, they say the van will transport marketing, and this is quoting Richard Hart's tweet. It'll transport marketing materials from our office warehouse, where, thanks to an anonymous donor, we will print the address labels and apply them ourselves. Once a batch are labeled, we will fill the van and take the packages to what's BMEU? Do you know that?
No.
Bowel Movement Europe? Okay. Thought it was a European bowel movement. This process will repeat as long as it takes to get as many of these distributed across the USA. So there you go. And Richard's tweet originally had said, any of you fine folks have a cargo van, transit van, or similar you want to donate to a 501c3 charity, I think it's a tax write-off. I think he knows that. I hear it will be used to transport free electronic devices and marketing for the blockchain. So there you go. So we have more of this stuff being hooked up. We're getting closer and closer to seeing these materials delivered in the US. I'm really excited to see what they are. I'm sure we're going to see it all over Twitter as soon as they're starting to be delivered. I'm sure we're going to see from people. And again, we talk about this every week. Somebody made this erroneous date of August 23rd out there that, that's when they're going to arrive. That's when we'll start to see them first deliver. I don't think there's any truth to that, but I think it's safe to say this month they're going to be hitting U.S. soil and maybe start to be delivered later this month. So what do you make of all this?
BMEU stands for Business Mail Entry Unit. It's designated area within USPS facility where businesses can drop off bulk and permanent mail for processing. So that's what that is. Well, I mean, there's not much to make of it other than it's nice that somebody has anonymous donor has stepped in and provided the van. It's good to see this get going. I mean, I'm just more curious as to what it really is. And I do believe, as Richard had mentioned, that it was a 501c3 charity, so it is most likely, and if it's in your jurisdiction, a tax write-off. It's great. I don't know if you saw the video of somebody had made of it kind of taking off like the Back to the Future car. That was pretty cool. It had the PulseChain logo on the side.
RH reposted it actually.
I was digging that. Duke of Boost, thank you for the $10. We appreciate it.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you very much. Looking forward to your content.
Good job on the show as well. I wanted to commend you as well. I didn't want to interrupt though. Good stuff. So it's exciting. It's good to see it finally get moving. Again, this is the first of at least two that we know of containers, possibly three, headed to the United States. And it's once these guys get in a rhythm, that's the cool thing about shipping, right? Is once you get into a rhythm, things pick up speed. You got to work the kinks out at first, figure out what processes are taking too long, and maybe kind of revamp those a little bit. Once they get the whole process ironed out, though, I can see these hitting a pretty nice level of mailing these out and hitting, some pretty good targets here pretty quickly.
I think so too. Yeah, I think once they hit the US, I don't think we're going to be waiting all that long. And you would think, I mean, definitely, I would think all through September, you're going to start to see these things delivered everywhere. So, comment here from Hash. Let's see what he says. Do you think the adverts will work to a great degree, considering we're already in a bull and crypto needs much more than this? That's a good question. How do I put this? Like, I feel. Look, Richard Hart knows more than we do, obviously. I mean, he's smarter. I don't think that actually, to me, that's not a surprising thing to say, but a lot of people that invest in PulseChain feel that they're much smarter than Richard Hart over the last few years because of the $3,900 Ethereum buy, the postcards, this guy living in 1955 or something, all that shit. But to your point, though, no, I mean, I think Ethereum going up is number one. I mean, the marketing is great. The mind of RH is great. And the devs and all that stuff is all great. But I mean, like, if Ethereum wasn't going up, none of this would do anything. You know what I mean?
Something else we have to think about too is retail isn't here yet, guys. This is all people in crypto that have been in crypto. You're getting very few new people on these runs. It's institutional money. It's people that have been here. It's people that have been sitting on the sidelines. Very, very little of what you're seeing right now is new people and retail. That hasn't happened yet. I'm not hearing taxi drivers say, "Hey, did you hear about Dogecoin?" Or anything like that. We're not there yet. So yes, I do think these will work, even though yes, we're in a bull market. Again, this hasn't even gotten to that bubble portion of things where retail starts to get in and everyone's going crazy and buying pictures of rocks and stupid shit like that. So yeah, we haven't gotten that far yet. So I really think the timing couldn't be better. So just my opinion.
And that's the entire point, to your point and to Hash's question. Like, the marketing is happening now as an icing on the cake. So if Ethereum going up and the money printing cycle and all thing, if that's the cake and it's 85% of everything, that's why this is happening now. I mean, this I'm sure this was planned for years. I'm sure a lot of this was already in the work for years, but you're not going to do it in 2023 because no one's going to give a shit. I mean, nothing's going up, So so I get it, Hash. I don't think you're discounting the marketing. But yeah, you have to put it in its proper perspective, and it's launching to have the best effect that it can at this time, I think. So, yeah. Good stuff though. Yeah, good stuff. I don't know if there's anything else on that. Yeah, more postcards for sure. Yeah.